I got the feeling sometime that if he thought he ever explained it, it would go away. Like if he ever explained the joke too clearly, that would be it. It would be over.
Maybe. Well, there's also a question of whether he's perfectly sane or not. So there is a question of you know, and I don't know the answer to that.
This gentleman on the rail here. Go ahead.
I've got a two-part question. The first part is kind of like when you came across the title "con artist," or at least that phrase, did that become like cemented in your mind? And to that extent, how much did he try to micromanage? Because I can't remember the last documentary I've seen where the subject says, "This will make for good B-roll."
Right.
And my second question is, what do you think of these new Nestle Cranberry biscuits?
I think it's a three-part question, actually. It's first about the title, and then the second part about him micromanaging it, and the third part is our sponsor, which, by the way, they're Raisinets with cranberries, not Cran Raisinets, which is another company, and I got hosed about that. Sorry. Go ahead. Please take the first two questions.
I just had the Raisinets cranberry thingies, and they're really good. But I'm sure they're filled with all kinds of shit that's really bad for you. Otherwise, the title, yeah. I mean, the title is just obvious to me. I mean, he used to say it all the time in press, and it's like it's a great title. So simply, and he didn't like it. He didn't like that we were using because he really wants to live down that whole period. He is, you know, the art industry, the A-list art world hates him. They hate him to the point where it's really fascinating. Even to the point where we've had. Not the regular art world, but like the top echelon kind of react badly to the fact that there's even a movie out there about him.
I noticed none of them were in the film, really,
No.
either.
None of them wanted to have anything to do with the film. Except Murakami was nice to us. He licensed stuff to us. But otherwise, they don't want anything to do with the film. They don't want it to. They just don't want his name out there because they see anything that's connected with him as another, you know, not only snow game about himself, but also a criticism of the art world. As far as his micromanaging, oh yeah, I mean he's a micromanager. He drives his staff insane, and these are all very smart, very dedicated, good people, and he makes everybody crazy. He literally wanted. I mean, he knew better than to say, "Can I come to your edit?" Because there was just no way. But anything that was happening in front of the camera, he wanted to play with, and there were definitely moments where I would just kind of have to indulge him, and then there were moments where I wanted to indulge him, you know, because there was a lot of things that he came up with, kind of like a director and actor, and I was pushing him and he was pushing me. I mean, one of the joys of being here right now at this festival is that he's not here with me, because he loves coming to these things. He loves standing up and showboating, and in the end, he loves the movie, but he will get up in front of an audience and start picking away at like details in the movie. Oh, that's not true, or that's inaccurate, or he exaggerated this, mostly just to get it a rise out of me, or to kind of like, you know, kind of just create more of a stir, which for a movie and for PR is fantastic for us, because, I mean, fine, good, go out, do your PR craziness. We can only benefit from it, but making the film was nuts, though.
Did you get the sense that relationship with the makeup artist was a put on from the beginning, or was that kind of a surprise to you how that played out?
No, it was actually it was something that I noticed. It was something subtle that was going on during their I shot a lot of makeup sessions because we shot a lot of game shows, and little by little I started to see that there was this real flirtation going on between the two of them, and then started kind of like zeroing in on that, you know, because you know when you're making a documentary you don't know what your story is, and if suddenly you have a burgeoning relationship going on, it's like, wow, this is great. Let's see where this goes, and kind of concentrated on it some more. So it was not a put on. They definitely dated. How long, how far it went, you know, I don't really know.
Michael, you had a question over here.
I was just curious. The scene where he was rolling around and acting erratic. You said something about did he have respect for his own art, and was that his painting that he was defiling?
Oh yeah, that was a painting he made by his own hand, like one of the few that he.
Mike's asking about the painting that he drew all over.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, he knew that it looked like shit.
That was like supposed to be the last picture he had painted, and he had no respect for his own art.
Yeah, because he didn't like it. It's weird. He doesn't paint anymore, so there's a question of whether or not he's even able. I mean, you saw the stuff he did when he was young.
Yeah,
it's pretty great stuff in many ways, and probably could have been amazing.
At the beginning, great.
you know, but he doesn't paint.
I was wondering if that was some sort of Basquiat reference, because I know Basquiat, at least in the Basquiat movie, there's these scenes where he's collaborating on a project with Warhol, and then he starts drawing all over it in marker and stuff.
Yeah, no, he genuinely like pulled this painting out because I asked him what, you know, when the last time he painted was, and he just happened to have this painting there, and pulled it out, and you know, in his whatever state he was in, decided that it was such a terrible painting that he would destroy it for the cameras.
I think that was psychological.
Well, he just, you know, he usually destroys forgeries. He likes to destroy forgeries on camera. He did that for TV cameras a lot. But in this case, it was just, you know, he didn't like it. He knew it was a junky painting. He would never have sold it to anybody. Although there are some people that wonder if he actually painted a painting, maybe he would sell his paintings for more.
I was thinking like the defilement would make it worth something at that point.